Peace, soldiers. It's Napalm Dom. Subscribe to the Napalm Dom YouTube channel. And we're going to get into this Drink Champs, Kanye West viral controversy right now that's going on. I'm not breaking no news. This ain't brand new, but it's something that's been on my mind. I wasn't going to address it, but the main focus here that I'm really trying to shed light on is cancel culture and freedom of speech. All right? I'm going to start by saying I'm not a big Kanye West fan. I never bought one of his albums. I've listened to his music. I don't got no Yeezys. Never bought a pair. Don't own them. Although I think the brother's super talented and super intelligent, I'm just letting you know I'm not coming from that standpoint of defending Kanye West. I'm just shedding light on how I see things. You know what I'm saying? Again, Drink Champs, I'm not a huge fan. I respect what Nori did by reinventing himself in the culture and finding a way to feed his family and stay relevant and all of that. I appreciate that. I think that's dope. Not a big fan of the show neither, but that's what it is. So let's just get that out the way. Also, I want to say I respect all families of the planet Earth, race, color, and creed. I got friends and I got family of all different cultures, so this is not to disrespect nobody. This is just, again, me speaking my mind. Which I ain't going with this whole cancel culture shit and nobody's dictating what I say, how I say it, when I say it. Now, when it comes to this whole thing that's going on, all the fuss about Kanye and Drink Champs, I just want to start by saying this. Drink Champs is a pre-recorded show. How many times are we going to buy the I didn't know, I was drunk, I didn't notice, I don't watch my own show prior to the release, and we don't edit the show? But we air edited clips for about a week with clickbait to promote the show and the episode to get fans involved, you know what I'm saying? So there's editing being done prior to the release. Those little clips for clickbait, this is all fact, you know, due to knowledge. Every time they drop a show, you'll see nice little captions or little fly shit or stuff that makes it interesting for the fans to want to watch the full episode, right? So there's editing getting done. I just don't see how. Now, this is not the first time this happened. You know, Nori made apologies when he did that whole Wu-Tang Killer Bee shit. It took him a week, maybe because it wasn't bigger powers that be and bags involved. You know, it was more kind of like street shit. You know what I mean? Hood shit, what have you. So my thing is kind of like this. Is like, if I consider you my friend, my confidant, you know, somebody I consider my brother, my so-called brother, and you're on a network that's black owned, and you tell me, yo, they just canceled you over here with the HBO shit, they didn't let your story, you know, whatever you had to say come out, but over here you safe, we talk about it on the show before we get started, you good, you over here, bro, you know, you come through, you know how that is, and, you know, we have that conversation, and then I get up there, do my thing, speak my free mind, my truth, and then you turn around and do the same shit that they did over here by these white-controlled networks. I'm talking about HBO. I think that's some fucked up shit because, you know, you have me in a comfort zone. You know, you're supposed to be my brother or my friend. You know what I'm saying? Now, after the fact, I speak my mind. It was all laughter and, you know, it was great for the clickbait and the bag and the bring the traffic over here and break records or whatever you're trying to do or what you set on as far as doing that for business. But when the backlash occurs, you go and pull my shit off and I don't get to get my word out there like that. You basically use me for what you need me for, chew me up, spit me out. I don't see that working in Kanye's favor. Did it work in Drink Champs? Got them TMZ and Hot 97, whatever. Now, you're doing well, right? You know, your show's getting friction. And then with that comes bags and budgets and, you know, you're doing well. So you have money for editors. You have a team behind you that's like, hey, we don't think this is okay. We're not letting this out. You got people that's supposed to review this, the upper heads. Another thing, if you got higher ups in a situation like that, you know, this is Revolt TV, you know, it's Puff Daddy. there's different ownerships and people that's secret. Sometimes when you got companies like that, it'll be like the front man will be black owned, and you might have some Jewish partners or something. I know once upon a time there was a guy named Andy Scroll, I don't know how to pronounce his name, that was part owner of it with Puffy, one of the founders. So I think he got out of office. There's some other guy in there that's a brother, and he's in there now. But you just don't know. Even if there's still ties and other deals and situations brothers have in place, and I know they don't want to mess their bag up. I get you. But what I would do is, before I have a brother like Kanye West come on the show and do all of this and be in bad standings with him and not honoring my word as his brother, I would check with the higher ups. I don't have the power or authority to go and make certain decisions or have things come out without having to worry about nobody else. I would make sure I check with them first before I go put him in a situation like that, or myself with the relationship. Just saying. You know, I'm just bringing up points here, people. Again, it's pre-recorded. People, I think, keep skipping over that part. Oh, it's my mistake, my bad. I was drunk. You have a week or so to figure it out and sober up and go check it out, or have your peoples. You're a big show now. Somebody says, hey, this is not all right. Send it to whoever got to make that decision. It just could have been avoided and prevented. And now you got Kanye out here, free mind, speaking his truth. Again, you don't have to like it. You know, I understand it offended people. Let's go to the First Amendment, people. Freedom of speech. I'm gonna lay some other shit on you. Howard Stern, which I like. I followed the show for years. I always thought he was funny. He was crazy. Had porn stars on there or whatever. Loved Howard. But he made a reference after this Kanye thing. He's Jewish brother. And he made a comment like, Kanye is worse than Hitler, or... You don't have to quote me on this, but it's somewhere around he's either worse than Hitler or just like Hitler, in one of the quotes I read online. Now, how you can compare a brother that said some stuff that hurt people's feelings to someone who murdered 6 million innocent people? Come on, man. It's just people are taking this too far. If you're an adult and you're my age, you know what I mean, or anywhere in your 30s, 40s, you know what I mean, and you've been through public school, you know, intermediate school, high school, you've been called everything from different races, colors, and creeds. You've been called names by your classmates. You know, not saying it's good or it's bad or it's right or it's wrong, but you've lived through this. You've been called everything. Your mom, your mother, blah, blah, blah. Very hurtful stuff. And we're all right. We're living, we're maintaining, we're carrying on with families and everything. So Kanye West did something along those lines, but it was broadcasted to the masses, so it affected everybody all at once. Okay, got you. Still affect you the same way. It hurts your feelings. But you can't compare something like that to a Holocaust. So let's just stop it there. I think that everybody's a little too sensitive now. This whole cancel culture is out of line, man. Because the same very thing that they're doing and this agenda that we're allowing them as a culture to think is okay, when this media, this fake media puts it in your face, or this agenda media puts it in your face, that it's bad and you shouldn't do this or say this and you can't have a free mind no more, is the same thing that's going to deteriorate the same culture that I've been in and gave millions, thousands of people jobs, you know, minorities such as myself, you know, freedom of speech with hip hop and what we do as music. If we can't say the stuff we said throughout the years and put our message like the Tupacs of the world, I mean, the list goes on. You get what I'm saying. Everybody who has some jewels to drop within their music. Killer Army, Wu-Tang for the children, brothers of that nature, and the list goes on. If I'm forgetting people, my bad, but you get the picture. Then that's going to hinder what we doing over here by allowing this cancel culture to cancel brothers like Kanye West. So then we got the George Floyd situation. When has it become a crime to give your opinion on a situation? When JFK passed, anytime huge, things happen with figures and deaths and Marilyn Monroe's and just the icons of the world, everybody got a different opinion on how they died or what they think, and some people speak about it publicly. When did it become a crime to have an opinion? Did the man have fentanyl on him? Yes, he did. Does that mean that was the cause of death? I don't believe it was. I believe the knee on the neck was the cause of it. And did that contribute to it? Fentanyl's killing people without a knee on the neck. So, he was just speaking what his opinion was. That was his opinion. Is it a crime? You got to ask yourself, man. I just think it's a little foul that happened with that situation. I think it's no excuse. I think brothers need to stand their ground. I think they need to own what they do. You don't apologize for the next man. You know what I'm saying? For what he did. You allowed it. Stand on it. That's all I'm saying. That's my issue. Don't be with this whole thing. Either don't do it, or if you do it, stand on it. If you don't have the power to do it, don't do it. That's another thing. That overrides everything. If you don't have the authority and power to do it, do not do the interview. Just say, I can't do it, brother. I'm not in position to do that. That's respectable. You know what I mean? You're worried about the bag and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I got it. I get it. But this is way out of control, man. It's way out of control. And I think Kanye West said his truth. He had stuff that made a lot of sense to a lot of people. He had stuff that offended a lot of people. I get it. You know, first of all, we don't know what he's dealing with. When you're in the tabloids and you're in the media every day getting poked, and your relationship is public with a woman who's a big figure, and your kids are involved, and she's having sex and is publicized with another man, or she's with another man in a relationship, and everywhere you go you got paparazzi and you can't take a piss of shit, or everyone's calling you crazy. Your filter comes off. You're like, man, fuck everybody. I'm telling it what it is. Not to say it's right or wrong, not saying he ain't offending a lot of people, but freedom of speech. Let's get back to it. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like I said, I think that thing was corny with the whole way that shit went with Drink Champ, so I wanted to shed light on that. But more importantly, the message here is this cancel culture shit. Fuck the cancel culture shit. And do not allow people who are not in the culture to cancel the culture. Because you cancel on everything. You cancel in hip-hop. You know, hip-hop was built off of, minorities from the slums that had a voice through this music. And you basically going to deteriorate everything we stand for by allowing shit like this. You know what I mean? I'm not defending Ye. I'm defending the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and I'm defending free thinking and fuck cancel culture. Terrorist shit, over and out. That's my build. I appreciate all my soldiers that ride with me, and keep an open mind, brother. You heard me? Don't get caught up in what everybody else is doing. And you know what I mean? Kanye West is, like he said, he's just coloring outside the lines, man. You know what I mean? Don't be conforming to any template of simple-minded motherfuckers out there. You know what I'm saying? I've been blackballed my whole career. You know what I'm saying? I've been blacklisted and all that. Ain't stopped me from doing a damn thing. Keep pushing, keep doing your thing. And the funny thing is, Kanye West, after his brothers failed him, he went over to the white man's network, Piers Morgan, and he gave him time to go tell his story over there. You believe that shit? Think about it. It's one to think about. Terrorist shit.